All right, what's up guys? We got the bike up. As you can see, like I mentioned before, we got the Cascade linkage. I also got the preload tool, so we don't have to play around with the preload. That's where, how tight these linkage is to the frame. And when you have it too tight, it was making the creaking noise. As you can see, I've already removed the linkage, rear tire, and kind of cleaned up everything a little bit. There was so much grime and dirt in almost every single bearing, so make sure you clean up whenever you get a chance to take off the linkage, etc. All right, so the first step would be, in order to fit this sleeve that's going to go in here, we're going to remove this bearing. And so I got this bearing extractor set. Essentially, I kind of did a little research. Basically, you want to put this in, you want to expand it, and then this area will kind of expand towards outwards and catch the inner race from the inside. And then what you're going to do is you're going to use this 3-pound slider to hammer it out. All right, so we need a little tool to kind of expand it a little further, so keep doing that. Let's see, and then, all right, okay, so that's enough thread. Let's see if we can remove this. Oh, there you go. Are you guys watching this? Ooh, sick, bro. Damn, Amazon tools for the win. Oh, smooth as fuck. So this is good still. We don't need to change this. All right, so now that the bearing's out, we're going to put this little sleeve in. The sleeve basically sits in the middle as a guide, like right there. All right, now that the sleeve is in, we're going to press the original bearing. I already got this on this little press. It sits perfectly on there. And then put a little grease on the frame. And now we're going to just slide this over, get a pretty good coverage, and just kind of slowly thread that in. All right, now we're just gonna slowly, there you go, it's going in nicely. All right, nice and snug. All right, now that that's in, you just want to make sure that inner sleeve lines up with the both bearings. I used a Allen wrench tool just to kind of maneuver it around, and now we can input the axle back in. I greased up the black part. That's all you really need, and just put it in the center. Look at the other side. Okay, that's pretty good. All right, now we can put on the linkage. All right, now we're just gonna fit the linkage. We're gonna figure out which side is which. This one goes here, and that one goes on the other side. All right, yep. Okay, slide it in, just like that. Okay, kind of like that. All right, so the other part would be the rest of the preload tool. And this side goes in here, and the other side does not. But the bolt goes through the other side. And according to Cascade, it's 5 Newton meters. Okay, 5 Newton meters. It's a 4 mil. Okay, 5 Newton meters. There you go. Moves freely. There you go. So that's good. They designed it pretty well. Okay. And we're going to then tighten these bolts. All right, so 15 it is. There you go. Okay. All right, so let's put rest of the bolts back on the Cascade linkage, and then the last step would be to swap out the spring for the coil shock. Push Industry Hypercoil. I went from, this is a 525 pound spring to 575, and I did a whole bunch of calculators online. All right, so let's put these on first. This is the yoke that goes to the shock. There is a washer, which I'm going to grease up a little bit also. grease it up, both sides, and then kind of slap it on in the inner part. There you go. And then same thing on the other one. Okay, there you go. All right, now I'm going to put a little grease. All right, it's going in nicely. Okay, now we're going to put these bolts on, and there are 2 washers, one on each side. There you go. There you go. All right, so that's good. Okay, so we're not going to tighten it yet. You can utilize the grease viscosity to hold them in place when you place these on. Just like that. There you go. All right, that's great. Very nice. All right, so the linkage looks like it's doing pretty well, pretty smooth. So we're going to tighten down all the bolts. And then this is also 15 Newton meter, and this is 10. So good. Okay. All right, so now we are going to swap out the springs. First step is to unload the preload plate. Now we take a pick and we remove this little retaining clip. There you go. And this plate can come out, and then the spring will come out. All right. So we will use this opportunity to clean all right, I will also add a little fork lube onto our shaft here. All right, a little shaft lube. All right, cool. Now we've put our new spring in. Okay, 575. All right, put our plate, bottom plate on. Okay, and then lastly the retaining clip or retaining ring. All right, and now everything will sit pretty flush. And then now we turn the preload plate. Once it makes contact, run one revolution. Lock the bolt in so prevents the plate from sliding. We will grease both bolts at the neck. Okay, all right. Get this on there. Tighten it a little bit first. And then we do the rear bolt, lifting the rear a little bit to line it up. There you go. Screw it in like that. And then this bolt here is 8 Newton meters. Okay, and then this one is 6 Newton meters. All right. That's all she wrote. We are good to go. Can't wait to try it. Hopefully the spring rate is pretty good. But yeah, let's take it out to Black Widow later today and see how it goes. You.